Hey friends, my name is Saurabh and today we will discuss about CAP theorem. On this video, we will try to cover these following aspects regarding the topic. First, we will understand what is CAP theorem is and different aspect of it. On the next part, we will talk about general misconception people have with the theory. And on the third and final part, we would verify our understanding via a real life example. But before jumping into the discussion, let's first realize why we should know CAP theorem. Whenever we become a part of any design discussion, to evaluate our solution, we need certain parameters. CAP helps us to evaluate any system design solution that we are going to implement. The theory states that any system can't be simultaneously achieve consistency, availability, and partition tolerance. We can visualize the concept via this Venn diagram, which is we can't build a system who have all these three properties. So the set within the intersection of these three sets is an empty set. Now let's understand each of these terms in detail. Let's start with consistency. Any read operation after a write shouldn't get old or not so latest data. We can easily relate consistency via ACID properties. Next, we will talk about availability. Availability means our design system should always be available to the client. Our system should always reply with a correct response or a genuine error like bad request. The final set in the Venn diagram is partition tolerant, preferably the most important in terms of distributed system design. Partitioning means the data storing or data saving should happen over a cluster of data nodes, not on an individual data node, which is essential for making the system fault tolerant. Or in simple terms, to deal with data loss due to network glitch, we need partitioning. To understand partitioning in depth, we need to know the concept of sharding and replication. Sharding means splitting the data and distributing those splits over multiple data nodes, where replication means maintaining the replica of the data block. In this example, for 30 GB of data storage with 3 shards and 2 replication factor, we need 60 GB of space with 3 data nodes 20 GB each. Now let's focus on this figure. We have 3 data nodes 20 GB each. Each data node have 1 shard and 1 replica. The rule of thumb is a data node will not have a replica of same shard. Now, in this scenario, if first node goes out of cluster, the first replica on third instance will act as primary node on the cluster. And when first node join back the cluster, the first shard will join as replica. At this point, for better understanding, you can pause the video and do the same exercise with other data nodes in the cluster. Now let's try to understand what happens if we combine other concepts with partitioning. Let's start with consistency and partition tolerant. In this case, the data is distributed over multiple nodes and at the same time, system should also be consistent. We can refer to this figure for better understanding. On this kind of system, the write will always go to the master or leader and will be updated on the replica or follower before sending the write acknowledgement, where the read would be either success response or timeout from primary or replica. We will go for a CP system when we have atomic read and write requirement. For example, ATM machine. In case we check our balance immediately after withdraw, it will show the correct balance, which is ideal use case for a CP system. Now let us build an AP system. In this case, write will not happen on every node, and immediately after the write operation completes, client will receive the write acknowledgement. Replica will update eventually with some lag. For read operation, all read requests will go to the read replica. So when to use it? Whenever we have flexibility around data sync in respect of time, we should use an AP system. For example, Facebook newsfeed, where it is acceptable if my friend posts something on his timeline and I got the update after a little delay. Now, without P, as I mentioned earlier, partition is most important in CAP. Without P, our system becomes non-distributed and a single point of failure. So, high maintenance and horizontally scalable system. In this figure, if the single server got rebooted or shut down for some reason, the whole application stopped working. The example of this kind of system would be a database which is being maintained into a single server. Next, we will discuss about the confusions. So far, we discussed about CA, CP and AP, but we can build system with tuned consistency and availability. It's not either consistency or availability. CAP helps us understand the trade-off between C, A and P. Let's understand this trade-off via an example of MongoDB. But before proceeding, let's understand how Mongo works on a very high level. We have 3 instance MongoDB server in our example cluster. One of them elected as master or leader and rest of them are follower. All the instances are checking each other's heartbeat on every 10 seconds, and if leader is out of the cluster on that check, new leader will be get elected. We will discuss about 3 cases here. Case 1, where read and write is from the primary. As we already covered, this will be a CP system with no guaranteed availability. But this approach have a problem. In case the primary got disconnected from the cluster, clients have to wait for all the read and write, as the leader selection happen on every 10 seconds. So client have to wait for that time, and leader selection itself will take some time. So to solve this problem, let's move to case 2. Case 2, write to primary and read from secondary. Secondary servers will update eventually after lag is covered. This solution is highly available, but if some use case is there where read is happening before lag is over, application behavior would be wrong. To solve this problem, let's move to case 3. In this case, we will write with write concerns. Think it like an option where application can define how much consistency that use case or schema want for the data. The more consistent the dataset is, the less available it becomes. If we mention write concern as 1, it will be updated only on single server and secondaries will be updated eventually. But if the write concern is majority, then all the nodes will be updated in an atomic fashion. To summarize, for a distributed system, P is a necessity and we can't avoid it. We have to make a trade-off between C and A based on our requirement along with P to build a distributed system.